Okay, so we're back to Legend of Legaia, and now it is time to go back down the mountain. Oh, I probably need to do some healing too, don't I? But I don't have any... Well, we're gonna see if we can get through this without healing. If I remember correctly, the encounter rate gets much lower after the special. I might only get like one. You also notice the maybe I should have done some healing. Well, this will take you out. And oh, I didn't absorb anything. Of course I didn't absorb that. Just got it. Or like, if the pump bat attacks bomb, I think bomb will destroy cap. So I should only sustain one. Pretty sure that's okay. Hopefully. I was hoping you would have had one. And now that means she's not going to get any XP for all this. Right before I started playing today, I said to myself to not dying anymore. Here I am, coming close to dying again. Again, trying to not use my healing items. Yeah, so I think Noah just got no. Yeah, they always come back with 1 HP. That's like a common thing in JRPGs of this era. But she didn't get any XP from that. That's fine. It's just one battle. I'm not gonna like reload just for that. I said I would not do any grinding. So yeah, we can go back. We might get in one more fight, but I think it'll be okay. And it will probably just be like 1 or 2 things, so... Yeah, this is... Okay. So now we will see Drake Castle with actual people in it. And yeah, the music changed. Yeah, like I mentioned, this is kind of the typical gameplay loop of this game that you see you go to a town that's been messed up, and then you save it, come back, and everyone praises you. Which makes things interesting, like the few times later in the game when you get to towns that what's the word? Not undermine. Subvert that expectation. So yeah, like I think I mentioned before, like we'll get to Ratayu later, and like we do the thing to save it, but actually people won't be happy. So it's kind of a nice twist. Or like there's another one, we get to some town and we try to do the thing we would normally do to save the town, but it's not actually possible. So yeah, it's kind of nice. Like I mean, it is in some ways it's a fairly repetitive game. Like you keep doing the same thing, your party doesn't change, whatever. So, and like your mission remains basically the same for the whole game, as opposed to like, for example, Final Fantasy sort of games where there's always like twists and turns and whatever. But one thing that I do like about it is that like the repetitive gameplay loop actually does get like played around with throughout the game. So like the one I was talking about with the the cycle you go through with each town you reach. Like almost every town has a different story going on. And like there's others where things go in the opposite order of, like I was saying earlier, like typically it's like you yes, give me free heals. Typically you come to a town that's like full of mist and messed up, and then you rescue it. But there's other ones where like you come to a town and it's perfectly good, but then later like the mist breaks in when you're there. Now I have to go through this place and pick up all the items that I couldn't get before. Ah, yes! Wow, that was totally muscle memory. Because like I knew there was this card I need to pick up, but I could not remember which room it was in or where. But like my muscle memory was just like, yeah, I remember it's one of these black things. I remember even last time when I think like when I was getting killed multiple times at Drake Castle, at one point I walked up to one of those black things expecting there to be something there, and there wasn't. So like for 10 years they were like in stasis. I guess when they put the Siru on, I guess this kid was scared that like maybe he would pop out a grown-up, but he actually popped out the same as before. Yeah, there's like, this game has its interesting little details and tidbits. Let's check all these rooms. All the scientists, academics. I have a plan. I know where I've heard the name Zito, because I've played the game a million times before. Yeah. Now we have a new goal. Go to the mist generator, turn off the mist. East Voz Forest and West Voz Forest. Oh yeah, he's the one who, yeah. And of course there will, I'm pretty sure I've already got, yeah, I already know all this stuff. It might be useful to get the one for Gala, because like Gala's arts I don't know very well, but I think I can't get, yeah, I can't get them until he's here. And like I'm not gonna go all the way out of my way to pick that stuff up again. Whoops. Pretty sure there's a treasure chest in here. Yeah. Nothing particularly good, but I mean, I guess this is good in that I can like stop like foolishly not using my healing items. The more healing items I pick up, the more comfortable I can be to use them. And then not keep getting killed over and over again like I did last time. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I should have all those waters now. Oh yeah, definitely. Our inventories are now combined. So yeah, like, oh wow, we're the same level. I think usually I end up with Vaughn at a substantially higher level than Noah. Probably like because I was grinding so much. So yeah, like I said earlier, right, I give her the speed water, give Vaughn the defense and power water. Yeah, okay, we're good. Like, I suppose I could even go back to Hunter Springs and talk to him, but if I recall correctly, I don't get anything for it. I don't know. I could do that to check, because like on the one hand, I feel like I said, I don't want to grind, so like I don't want to go super way out of the way. But on the other hand, if I go back to Hunter Springs, I'll be walking through areas where I'm fighting like one weak enemy, as opposed to going along where I'm supposed to go, where I'll be fighting stronger enemies. So, you know, I'll be going out of my way and fighting more fights, but there'll also be weaker fights. So it won't like really increase my XP relative to the normal way. So on that, from that, oh yeah, I remember I can get a bunch of, oh, I thought I could get a bunch of free stuff here, but no, I think at the end I'll get the free stuff when I do a quiz. Yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, on the one hand, going out of my way to go to Hunter Springs, like, I guess I could argue it's not grinding, because like I'm not like going longer just to get extra XP. But it will be like more boring, right? Having like more fights against weaker enemies is more fights against weaker enemies is going to be like inherently more boring than fewer fights against stronger enemies. Oh god. Oh no, this one's, I can just get it by process of elimination. Healing flower or something? Oh, 10 shroom, okay. That's good actually. Like, healing shrooms are weak, but having 10 of them means like I won't need to be so stingy with my healing items now. And like they'll be fairly useless later in the game. Like even like pretty soon they'll get useless. So that means actually I should like try to use them now when they're going to be healthy, or when they're going to be useful. I can finally cross this. And I have to remember to get those, to go in those valleys where the missable stuff that I mentioned is going to be. Yay, now the river's closed. I can cross it. And this should be Noah's book. Yeah. But I don't know if I haven't like tested it systematically enough, but I've always had the impression that Noah's hyper arts are not as useful compared to Vaughn's, because I think like Noah already has some really good normal arts, whereas like Vaughn's normal arts are not great. So Vaughn's hyper arts are really useful, like relative to the other alternatives for him, and I use them a lot. Noah, if I recall correctly, like I often like don't use her hyper arts very much, because like her regular arts are already quite good, and that's what I mostly use. But anyway, as a completionist, I always want to get everything. And you know, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Sometimes like you don't have enough AP or enough slots to do like the biggest best art she has, but so using this like Frost Breath hyper art will be fine. Now, I don't remember if there's one more on this side. Oh yeah, there is. There's one here, and then I think there's another one beyond the Biron Monastery. Yay, new enemies. Oh, these frogs are annoying because they, like, your attacks sometimes miss them. Your attacks sometimes go over their heads. Keep blocking. That's not bad. 2 out of 3. Wait a second. I just did this backwards, right? I want you to attack the ostrich and her to attack the frog. Because she attacked the frog last time, right? And I'm hoping that Vaughn can one-shot the ostrich here. Oh, still not enough. Okay. Because, yeah. You guys are running away a lot. Like, when I've played the game before, I don't remember things running away this much. Maybe I'm doing something differently than I did before, or maybe I'm just remembering wrong. Maybe they still ran away a lot. Yeah, I'm getting I don't know why it's always like during the these overland map, field map, whatever's that the thing gets slow. Oh, I guess. There we go. Good. Life water, nice. I wonder if it's just like the presence of so much mist on that map that is making things slow down. I don't know. So yeah, I assume if I try to get here, yeah, it will tell me I can't go through. I think I don't need to go to Hunter Spring now because I will be going back there at some point. Because I need to go back to Rim Elm to fight this mini-boss, which is a bunch of bees, which I definitely can't beat right now, but I think like after I deal with the next dungeon, I can do it. So when I go back for that, I will like pass by Hunter Spring on my way. Oh, these dudes are annoying because they will mind control my people. You see they're also quite fast, like one of them even outran Noah. Oh, but good, she killed one before it could take an action. It might not... Oh wait, okay, it was enough to kill him, good. Okay, now soon I will get my third party member, who is going to absolutely suck for a long time. Yeah, so like in most games like this, like when you get a new party member, they are like leveled up to your level. But in this game, like you get someone new and they're at level 1. With Noah, that wasn't a big problem because she had like that wolf for support, and like Vaughn was only like level 3 or 4 at that point anyway, so it wasn't a jarring difference. But with Gala, we're going to get him at level 1 when we're a little bit better than that. And also he like just by like his natural stats, he's got the shortest like parts combo bar anyway. So the upshot is he's going to be totally useless for quite a long time until he, you know, catches up in levels. When I played this before, I would often grind when I get him, because I think, you know, you need to like level him up twice before he's even like got enough slots to do any combo without spiriting. Like not even any combo, just any art at all, because I think by default he can only fit 2 commands in. So yeah, I used to like grind him until he could do that before I proceeded on. But like I said, I committed to no grinding in this, so I'm just going to be going into the next dungeon with a pretty crappy team member. I think it's okay though, because that next dungeon is like, you know, it's going to have harder fights with higher XP, so he'll level up faster than he would have if I was like grinding out in the grass, which is what I used to do. Strength begets love. So remember, like earlier, I don't remember who it was, like the village elder or someone's, oh, not the village elder, one of those other old guys was like the, oh, recognize this music? One of the old guys was like, oh yeah, the Biron teachings swear off Siru. That's why I believe Biron Monastery is still standing, because if they're not wearing Siru, they wouldn't have gotten possessed. Yeah, but of course, like, I can't send her back home until I clear out the mist. Then I can, like, reunite mother and daughter. Yeah, we can bond over our unnatural hair colors. Yeah, so these, I might need to make more use of these elixirs than I used to basically never use elixirs, because like, you know, I was always saving them for an emergency. But since I'm trying to play without grinding, like I might need all the help I can get. Okay, I think I came through here, right? I used to like to, when I was a kid, I would like to walk around bobbing my head like this. By doing like walk, run, walk, run, walk, run, bob, 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 bob. Okay, enough fun. Let's do some serious. Oh, this is the women's bedroom, right? Oh no. Yeah. I told you before, this is a woman's bedroom. Oh no. That's what he says later. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, the whole Gala and Sanji backstory is a whole thing. What did he say? I didn't read that. Oh yeah. Yeah, so like Noah has a lot of backstory, like plot relevant backstory, which we will see later. But I feel like Gala and Sanji are the, like, Gala has the most interesting personal backstory, I think. His rivalry with Sanji. I mean, it's fairly, this is like the memory of having played this game a billion times when I was a kid. I don't remember where a bunch of the hidden stuff is. Even though I don't remember what it is, I remember to go like click X here. I don't need to buy anything from y'all. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, Gala and Sanji have this like personal rivalry, which of course very typical for like RPGs of this time, right? Like even like Pokemon, you have a childhood rival. But I mean, it adds some depth, which like Vaughn doesn't have. Vaughn doesn't really have any backstory. There's one that's kind of forced in at the like much later in the game. There will be a point where are we gonna have like a dream again? We always have these Noah dreams. Like, we're gonna see one right now. Yeah, there's a point like pretty late in the game where each character will like have a dream about their past. So there's like a little bit of backstory for Vaughn that like I'm pretty sure it's basically just made up to have that. And like it gets into like surely you notice like Vaughn's dad is around, his mom is not, and his dad has an injury, and you know that's all tied up to Vaughn's backstory, but it's not like something that's a factor throughout the game, unlike like Gala's and Sanji's, which is. I mean, you go for long stretches of game like without it mattering, right? There's, you know, in typical JRPG fashion, we're gonna fight Sanji like 3 times, and we'll encounter him like 2 more times beyond that without fighting him, like just being taunted by him. But other than that, like we'll sometimes go through like, you know, many hours of game without thinking about him or being reminded of him or whatever. But still, like it's, you know, that backstory is like a factor throughout the game in a way that Vaughn's story is not. I'm pretty sure there's a guy here who will teach us some arts. I mean, there's not much point doing it now anyway, since we don't have Gala yet. Yeah, so if I recall correctly, I have to do the West Voz Forest first, and then the East Voz Forest. Hey, Master Teacher. Okay, Gala. Yeah, he's very anti-Zero. For good reason. I mean, I kind of like never... Oh, this is the guy who teaches stuff, right? Oh, not yet. Nice. I mean, I kind of also, like, am skeptical of the Rasiru. I think, like, the first time I ever played this game, I was, like, expecting a twist for a long time. Like, expecting that I would find that the Rasiru are actually bad or something. And, you know, that twist never came, but it is what it is. I think by now it's almost a trope in, like, any video game that, like, whoever's helping you early on will turn out to be a bad guy. There is a minor twist, like probably like halfway through the game, we will discover that the Rasiru are involved in the production of mist, but like not that they're bad, but they're just like basically like some bad people are taking advantage of Rasiru to make mist. It actually reminds me of like I don't remember what it's called, but in N.K. Jemison's like the 5th season, where there are certain like the kids of powerful orogenes that are kept in like seismic centers to control earthquakes. Like, if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the way that like Rasiru are kept inside mist generators, like spoiler alert, to make mist, like kind of reminds me of that. They're kept in there against their will to like do something powerful. Of course, the difference being that the Rasiru are being kept there by bad guys to do something bad, whereas like in N.K. Jemison's like 5th season, of course, is more complicated than that. I mean, the people who do this stuff are of course bad, but they're like the regular society. And like what the orogenes are being kept there for is actually something good, right? It's like preventing earthquakes. But like the badness is not that they're there to do something bad. The badness is that a certain subset of population is being taken advantage of to make the world better for everyone else. I think if I say East Voz Forest, they will just, like, you will get forced to do something different anyway. Like, Sanji will be like, no, I want East Voz Forest. You all go to West Voz Forest. Yeah, he's going to be very hesitant to work together with Siru wearing people. Boy, I wonder if you're evil. Can't tell. Oh boy, one group of scrappy heroes with different personalities, and one group of 3 mooks that are nameless and identical. I wonder which one's gonna survive and which one's gonna die. Okay, and I think somewhere in, I don't remember if it's this forest or the next one, I'll get a weapon for Gala. And I'll also get a better weapon for Noah. So I'll get like a Noah ferrule, like I talked about last time. I don't know what the heck a ferrule is, but it looks like a billy club. And I'll get a survival club for Gala. And of course now, if I wanted to backtrack all the way to Drake Castle, I could learn his art, but I'm sure I'll remember it through trial and error on my own. Okay, let's go. I'm sure I could go through and talk to people, but who cares? They're gonna say the same stuff. This one dude's gonna be like, yeah, they'll just say like very slight variations of what they said before, or comments on where I'm going. And this guy will say, remember, this is a women's bedroom. Oh no, he'll say there's no one here. Okay, let's see if that dude will teach me some arts. But for some reason I want to say like he doesn't teach me until after we finish this storyline quest chapter cycle, whatever you call it. Wow. So yeah, a video game character tells you, let's have a talk after you get back from something. That always bodes well. Like, definitely we'll be able to have that talk, right? You know, in a video game, whenever someone says, like, let's have a talk after X, then it's not going to happen because they're going to be dead or captured or something. Like, spoiler alert, she's not going to be dead, though. We will have that talk. It'll just be delayed. Oh, maybe this is the one that doesn't actually have a treasure chest. I don't remember. We'll see, I guess. The other 3 I went to all had treasure chests. Okay, didn't earlier they said like the reason we need Genesis trees is to get through here is to thin out the mist, and now we're saying like we need it to strengthen the Rasiru. I mean, both of these are possible explanations for how it would help them get through, but the fact that there are like 2 different ones kind of makes it sound like you're just making shit up as you go. Oh, there is a treasure chest here. Oh, this ivory book will be useful for, well, I'll put it on Noah for now. Because she's got more. So this like slightly increases your chance of absorbing a magic. And I think at the moment Noah has more magic she needs to absorb. Because like, so I think in here there's going to be like Vera and maybe Theater. Vaughn needs theater, but Noah needs Vera and theater, so I might as well get both. Let's just, instead of spiriting, let's just take one out right now. Because I think 2 attacks might take it out. It might not, actually. It might not be enough. Oh, it should be enough. It should be enough. Because like 171, like 170 last time didn't quite take it, but I didn't expect that she would do almost that much with her own attack. And Vaughn's going to do another 170 or something here. I should kill it. Yeah. It's dead. Yeah, now Gala's going to have like, I think maybe 4 hits. We'll see. Might be this. I'm not sure. I really don't know his arts well. Should be enough? Yeah, good. He even sounds like he stomps very loud when he runs. Oh, so what I just accidentally did one of his 2 arts blocks things. And so yeah, like he can only fit 2. He sucks. And then of course, if you had like a really goofy art that actually worked for 2, then that would be great. But it doesn't. This thing's probably going to get an attack off anyway, so let's just let Gala do it so he can learn an art. I think high, high, low, low is 1, and high, low, left, right is another. It might be high, low, right, left. That's going to take some trial and error to get it. Yay, I got one. He's also got some 5 block arts, but like it's going to be a long time before I can do any of those. He can like barely even fit 4 right now. Okay, let's save a save and get in. I feel like Vaughn already... Oh no, it's Noah who needs healing. But I'll wait until she gets closer. I mean, what I really need to be doing is like mentally keeping track of about how much damage each, like how much damage is typical in one attack, so I know like when she's 1 or 2 attacks away from death, and that's when I want to heal her. Oh hey, sound is messed up again. Yeah, and I don't remember if it's this forest or the next one that has like some somewhat confusing twists and turns. I want to take out this Libyan fast before it mind controls someone. Okay, good. As long as you keep doing your weak attack instead of your mind control, that's good. Oh crap. Now you're poisoned too. And like, if it was close to the end of the battle, I would just be like, finish the battle fast, no need to deal with the poison. But probably got a couple rounds left to deal with these. I think I can take them pretty fast. No, it's going to take me at least 2 turns. Because, like, I think Noah and Gala together can take 1 out, but Vaughn on his own is not going to take 1. between these 3 people, I can take out 1 frog, but not both. So Gala's gonna have 1 more turn of losing HP from poison. But the good thing is, like, I can cast my healing spell out. Oh, he did take it out in 1 hit. Good. Okay, so I think we'll finish this turn. Yeah, and like I can. Oh no, we won't finish this turn because he didn't do the art. Okay. Well, it is what it is. And like I can cast my healing spell out of battle, and it will still like it will still level up. So what I need to do is level it. Crap. I hope. Oh, it's good that she's spirited because she like legitimately could have died if those all hit, and she wasn't spirited. Yeah. So I really need to level up his healing spell. Oh, good. Gala leveled up. Because all the spells, like, as you use them, they level up and they get stronger, right? So, like, damage dealing spells do more damage, healing spells heal more, but they also gain special effects. So, like, damage dealing spells will be like, not only does it do damage, but it also lowers the enemy's speed or something like that. The healing spells, as they level up, they will start to cure status effects. So, like, just earlier, I was realizing there's really nothing I could do about that poison effect other than like using my antidote item. Like I never use those. But like if I had leveled up my healing sufficiently, then he could have healed it with a he could have cured poison with a healing cast. But I'm not at that level yet. I think just a few more uses it'll reach level 3 and then it'll cure Venom. Yeah, so I think like the status effects in this game, there's like Venom, the poison we just saw, and I think Vaughn got poisoned by like a moth earlier last time. Rot, I mentioned before, like it will make you unable to use certain commands, so like you can't use left, so you can't do any combos that have a left in them. Numb, which is like stun, you're just stunned until something hits you, and petrify, and confuse or mind control by these thingies. Is this an art for you? I don't think it is, but I kind of want to learn an art, but I don't want you to kill this thing because then the others won't have a chance to absorb it. But let's try. Because I feel like Vaughn might also just be doing 3 random attacks without an art in them. Oh, nice block. Yeah, that was 3 random attacks without an art. That was also 3 random attacks without an art. Okay, so let's try something. Ooh, I think like 1 more level he's going to be able to pull off 4 hits without spirit. Oh, I should be checking. She didn't absorb it, and I need to be checking how many hits Gala can do. Because if he can do 3 hits already, then he can start to be useful. But I feel like he still needs 1 more level before we reach that point. Yeah, I can never remember which way. Okay, this is the way I need to go. Yeah, why is my sound all messed up? Computer is getting like super hot. Okay, let's try to get this Nido again, but first things first, I need to kill that frog. So I think if Vaughn doesn't kill it straight up with that hit, then Gala can kill it with... Yeah, I maybe need 2 more levels before I can do anything useful. Just kick it twice. If Vaughn does kill the frog, then Gala is going to kick the air under the Nido twice. This Nido's magic is kind of like, I basically never use it. So the spell we get from this Nido, assuming we eventually absorb it, it doesn't do any damage. it has a chance to confuse an enemy. It's a random chance. I think it's very rare to work on bosses, but it might sometimes work on it sometimes works on regular enemies. And at higher levels, or maybe even from the beginning, I don't know, but definitely more so at higher levels, it even has a chance to just like insta-kill an enemy. But yeah, I never use it. I rarely use these sort of RNG-based spells. It's even like, let me just use I don't want to use up all my AP on something that's almost dead. Like comparison, like Final Fantasy 13. Right, Vanille has the oh nice, absorb something. I absorbed the useless spell. Vanilla has like the death spell that has like a 1% chance to kill something, and I basically never use it, except for like when you're trying to. I think people who play Final Fantasy 13 always will all know this strategy. If you're trying to fight like Adamantoises when you're underleveled for it, or trying to fight Neo-Chews when you're underleveled for it, like both of those, the strategy is just like spam death until you get lucky RNG and kill it, or you die and reload and try again. Ooh, Vera, that's what no one needs. Okay, so you are gonna deal with that Nido. I actually don't, like, for some reason I have this impression that when you use magic or hyper arts on something, you make it harder to absorb its magic from. Like, I'm sure that's not really true, but I'm superstitious, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to use a hyper art on that Nido. Oh, good job. Oh, I put the Ivory Book on her, I remember. So I think Nido and Thera are the only things I can get in here. Theater will be available when we do the fight in the Biron Monastery. And Gizem, Water Gizem will be available when we do the fight in the I think this is a thing. Water Gizem will be available in the next forest. So right now all I need is Nido on Vaughn. Oh yeah, so going back to the issue of RNG spells or attacks. Oh, apparently that was not an attack. So yeah, let's just use that. Like yeah, I pretty much never use those in, like, you look at like Final Fantasy X or like pretty much any Final Fantasy where you have spells like, you know, poison or like bio or things like that, which have like a chance to do, or death, you know, a chance to put some status effect on an enemy or not. I pretty much never use them, with the exception being Final Fantasy 13, because the I remember I need that fertilizer to like grow something to cross a river. Because in Final Fantasy 13, the way it works is like, so in other ones, like your whole turn is like you cast poison, and if it misses, your turn was wasted. But in Final Fantasy 13, like you kind of just like, you do multiple actions in a turn, and you kind of just keep doing it until it procs, like until it sticks. So then, like, when I do it, I feel like I'm not wasting a turn. I'm just like, because the RNG isn't really, I mean, if you look at it from a, he's gonna try to, if he mind controls me, that's gonna suck. Okay. Oh, he didn't mind control, but he paralyzed. That still sucks. If someone hits Vaughn, then he'll get he'll move back again. But yeah, so even though, so with like the Final Fantasy 13 way of doing stuff, oh boy, Gala healed. The Final Fantasy 13 way of doing stuff will make it so that, right, maybe that's it. Of course, like every every one time that you cast slow or de-protect or poison or whatever, there's like a chance of it proccing or not proccing. But from your perspective as a player, it's really just more a matter of how long you have to wait until it procs, because the character will just keep doing it until it hits it. So like if you're lucky, it will do it like the first round. If you're unlucky, you might have to wait like for 3 ATB bars before you get it. But you know you'll get it eventually, like unless the creature's immune. And so I feel like that is that's like a kind of situation where I don't mind using these RNG things, because it doesn't feel like I'm like wasting my whole turn on something that might not hit. In that way, it's like it feels almost similar to like Borderlands, where like, you know, you use a gun that has a 10% chance to apply corrode on an enemy, but like it's also a gun with a high rate of fire, so you're like, okay, any given hit won't apply corrode, but if I just like fan the hammer for 2 seconds shooting this thing, then like eventually it's gonna get corroded. Keep spiriting you guys, because I want Bond to get the finishing blow on this. I mean, I guess technically I'm somewhat grinding here, right? Because I could have ended this. I could have ended this battle this turn, but instead I'm like trying to let Vaughn get this spell, which I'm like absolutely never even going to use in this playthrough. But well, what can I say? I can't help myself. Absorb, please? No, come on. I guess if I really cared, I could put the I could switch the Ivory Book onto Vaughn, but I'm not going to do that. Too lazy. Oh, and I think Gala will start being able to get magic soon, right? Because if I remember, I think this... Oh, nice, level 3. You heal poison now. I think this forest is the one where Gala will get a Rasiru, which means that like when we go back to Biron Monastery and the next forest, he will have a Rasiru and be able to absorb magic. I could be misremembering. Like, it's possible that he doesn't get it until the next forest, but I don't think that's true. I think he gets it here. We will see. Yeah, still need a lot more. Yeah, we still need a lot more levels before she's able to pull off 5 commands in one without a spirit. Wow, that was fast. I really thought that like Gala would need to do another hit on it before she finishes it off. Okay, so you still need like maybe I want to say maybe 2 more levels before you can fit 6 in. Maybe 1 more, maybe 2 more. It's always hard to tell. Yeah, this definitely won't kill it. I know, like when I was a kid, I always had the impression that you had a higher chance of absorbing it if you like just barely killed it, as opposed to like really like overkilling it. But like I'm fairly sure now that's not true. I don't remember anymore. You could look up like the Legend of Legaia wiki. Like I'm pretty sure there's not many factors that affect how likely it is. Oh, this is the way I came from. Okay. Because yeah, when I was a kid, like the factors I would think about were like, yeah, trying to just barely kill it instead of like overkilling it. Trying to end with a Rasiru hit, or like trying to end with an art or something. Like, and like I'm fairly sure that none of that affects anything. But I could be wrong. If I recall correctly, the only thing that has an impact is like number 1, whether or not you're wearing the Ivory Book, and number 2, whether or not you cast a spell. Like I think if you, I I think if you hit a Siru with a spell, you like... If you hit a Siru with a spell, it becomes like very unlikely to absorb his magic. I want to say it's like if you even use a spell at all in that battle, it becomes unlikely, but I could be wrong. Oh no, I have not remembered any of his 4th level thing. I want to say it's no, that's right. Like, how can I not remember anything of his? I'm really tempted to just like look up the arts list, but I might just have to... Oh, okay. Well, at least the one that you're paralyzing or mind controlling is the useless one. Oh yeah, and yeah, sometimes it doesn't even work. Yeah, it might just be that I don't get many of his arts because I can't remember them, and I won't get them until like I learn them from people. Basically, like almost each town you go to, there will be one person who teaches you arts. Oh, and like after I finish the stuff here, I'll be strong enough to go back to Rim Elm and fight the bees mini boss. And when I'm there, like Tetsu can teach him one art. Gaia, ooh, I got something. But that, again, that's another 3-third. There's a guy at Biron Monastery who would teach him one art, and I could even go back to Drake Castle and get an art. So like we're okay. Of course, I really don't want to backtrack so far to Biron Monastery, but like I do want the art. I feel like I can... Oh, I think he can do 3 without spirit now, so he like will start to be useful. Yeah, I feel like in my mind, if I just backtrack to Biron Monastery to get an art, that doesn't feel like grinding to me. This is kind of useless. Like I honestly don't even remember what curse does. I think curse means you can't use magic. And that would explain why that thing is called the magic amulet. Oh, hey, fertilizer. That's really random when my sound gets crappy at kind of random times. Wow. Yeah, it should not sound like this normally. Yeah, normally it should be like the same music as usual. I feel like once we get back to like, maybe once we get off this screen it will be okay. I wonder if the reason it's slow now is like because like this event is built into this screen or something. I don't know. Let's just get off this screen and see if things are better. And I'm pretty sure after we cross this we're like close to the end of this forest. But then we still need to like go back out of the forest like we did with Mount Rikuroa. And, oh good, these are easy to kill. Like earlier, Noah just killed one on her own lonesome. Ah, I still need another level? You gotta be kidding me. Like I said, Gala stays useless for a long time. And like even after he can do arts, like he's still weak and underleveled compared to everyone else. So I feel like it's really not until like the next continent that he starts being like a contributing member of the team. The game is kind of like divided across 3 continents roughly, where like we're in the first continent, and then after we finish this, after we finish the mist generator in this continent, we're going to go on to the next one. And then, you know, we do a bunch of stuff and we go to the third one. And yeah, the way I remember it is like for basically this whole first continent, we're just like, waiting for Gala to level up to get useful. There's even going to be like a fight where he has to fight on his own, and it's like he's pretty weak. But yeah, the way I remember it is like, but once we get through the main dungeon of this region and go on to the next continent, then he's like able to be useful. It would be great if I had theater now, but I think there's literally no way I could have it by now. Oh, I should have spirited him, because like there's an art I can make him learn. Like having him attack now might not help kill the thing anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Anyway, whatever. I did what I did, and I will live with the consequences. Oh, good, it worked. Every now and then my strategy actually pays off. Very rarely. I don't need spirit. Just kill another Lippy. No. You kill this Lippy. And we'll just... You boys will work together to kill another thing. So use exactly the same strategy we did last round. I think it's gonna work. The frog might still get an attack off, because if Vaughn doesn't kill it, it's gonna attack one of us. That's fine, it just gives us an oh, no, yeah. He's leveled up recently, so he can actually kill them in one hit. And if it did attack, it would have been fine, because it would have given us an excuse to use a healing spell and work on leveling up that spell. Now, which way am I going? There's something to the left and something to the up. Oh, hey! New item. Yeah, this should be teeny tiny bit stronger. It's really like no difference. Oh, while I was in the equip menu, I should have moved that ivory book over. Oh well, whatever. Whatever. Hey, speaking of ivory book. Let's use your strong attack. It wasn't enough. It's fine. I think Noah can take this out even with regular hits now. Whoops. Yeah, because you don't have any AP anymore, but those regular hits will be enough. Ouch. Definitely need some heals now. Be careful. If I'm unlucky that night, I should actually kill Gala. I don't think it'll kill him. If he's spirited, he'll be fine. Good, get some AP. Oh yeah, see, she's holding that so-called Noah Farrell, which looks like a billy club. Like, you failed to absorb that like 3 or 4 times. Let me make sure you don't like actually already have it and I'm just forgetting. Anyway, I need to go into the magic menu anyway to do some healing. Yeah, you too. That's oh, I can only cast that 2 more times. Wait, yeah. So yeah, you don't have Nido yet. Well, since I'm in the menu already, let's I wonder if I should move May's pendant over to my weakest person. I mean, its HP increases on a percentage, right? So like it increases by 10%, so giving it to a person with more HP gives them more benefit. But you could argue that they also don't need that benefit as much. Okay, yeah. I think I didn't miss anything. Because like he's got so much HP with that on that like he's never having to worry about HP, whereas like Gala keeps ending up with not enough. So let me try to supplement the one who's weak. Okay, so yeah, there's a memory statue there, which means we're close to the end. Normally, memory statue means like you better save because you're about to fight a boss. But in this case, it's actually just like there's nothing here. Okay, I think they will both be dead, but maybe just in case. Oh yeah, he's dead. But now Vaughn will have like no AP. Okay, so like I really want Gala to get a new level so he can actually use arts, and Vaughn to get a new level so he can do 4, like a combo of 4 without spiriting. Noah is not particularly close to any milestone or breakthrough, so I don't really care about her. Okay, nothing here. Dead tree. Dead tree with a Rasiru in it. Yeah, do what you came here to do. Yeah, it's translucent. Doesn't look normal, does it? Yeah, it's different. Yeah. See, I feel like we're already only in like the second dungeon, and they're starting to sort of throw wrenches into the typical gameplay loop. Because what we've seen before is like always, there's mist in some place, you go find the tree, revive it, done. But now here, it's like, oh, that didn't work. Ah, yeah, I was right. There's Residu in here. Remember I said earlier I couldn't remember if it's this forest or the next one, but yeah, it's definitely this one. Because the next forest has a different Residu that someone else is going to get. Some bad guy. Oh! No. Okay, I remember now. He won't get a Rasiru at this point, yeah. Now that explains why I was confused about where he gets it, because we will get this Rasiru egg here, but it won't actually hatch into a Rasiru for Gala to use until the next place, the next dungeon. Yeah. Ah, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, something bad happened far away. Yeah, okay, now it's all coming back to me. Because the next dungeon we go to, like the East Forest, has, there's a boss there that are 2, like, pretty strong Siru. Like, Siru that we won't meet until much later. Like, we're close to the end of the first continent now, but the Siru that we're about to fight in the next forest are ones that, like, won't be regular random encounter enemies until the end of the second continent. So we fight them, and like when you fight them, you really want to absorb them because they have really strong magic, and they are like lightning type. I think they're called thunder type, but whatever. It's lightning, it's not thunder because it's not Sonic, whatever. So they are like lightning type, and like Gala's affinity is for lightning. So he is the best at casting lightning spells, and lightning spells are best when cast by him. So you would really love for him to absorb that magic, but it's not possible because at that time that you get there, he doesn't have a Rasiru yet. Yeah, I remember like last time I played the game being like eager for him to get that magic and having to wait until the end of the next continent and then getting there and being like, finally Gala can get this good spell. You asshole. Yeah, because I think I think actually like the very first time I played this game, I think I didn't get it for anyone. I remember when my friend played it, because like I think I mentioned before that like we all got this demo disc and played a ton of it, but like my friend was the first one to get the real game, and so sometimes I would like go to his house and basically just watch him playing. And I remember that he got that magic for Vaughn, like the spell that we will be fighting a Rasiru of in the next we're fighting a Siru of in the next dungeon. So he got that magic on Vaughn and used it a ton. Like that was basically what carried him through like the boss fights and stuff, was having Vaughn spam that spell. Which like really you can cast it like once or twice because it costs so much MP. So if I recall correctly, he was buying a lot of magic leaves and using them. It's also one of the spells whose animation takes forever, which is something I complained about last time, I think. Like, we haven't gotten to any of the spells like that yet, but like as you get further in the game, the animations take forever, and it's like an annoyingly long time, to the point where like sometimes like casting a spell would be the best thing to do strategically, but I kind of don't want to do it and like dread it, simply because I don't want to, you know what, let's make this faster. Simply because I don't want to sit through the animation. I'm lucky that so far those things have used Kiss of Death on me 3 times, and only 1 time has it done anything. And what it did was paralyzing me instead of mind controlling. Maybe paralyze is all it does. Maybe it doesn't mind control. I kind of don't remember anymore. I would have to like look that up to know. Oh yeah, I can't do anything with it because I didn't spirit, so I don't have no AP. I want to say, is this a move? Well, Gala's not going to get to do it anyway because the battle's going to be over. But next battle I can try that move. I'm kind of wondering if I should have not wasted that spell, because I don't remember if I'm going to get free healing at Biron Monastery anymore. Oh good, Gala's going to be useful now. Yeah, I cast that spell like under the assumption that like, well, soon I'm going to be at Biron and I can get free healing and I'll have MP again. But that might not actually be true, now that I think about it. I kind of don't remember. We will see. Because, you know, there's that bedroom there. But I don't remember if we can use it. Or if, like, you know, it's a dangerous area now. I feel like we can. I feel like we can go in and, like, bar the door or whatever. We'll see. Okay, you can kill one of those. 23 is, like, just not enough. Come on. If you had 24 AP, you could have done something useful there. Yeah, as the game progresses, we get, like, a bunch of accessories that can, you know, change things. So you can like get an accessory that makes your arts cost less AP. So Noah could have actually done an art just now, even though she only had 23 AP. You can get an accessory that lets you gain AP faster. So like you always have high AP. Yeah, there's a lot of combinations. I mean, it's still not to the level of like like say something like Hollow Knight Charms, or like Final Fantasy VII Materia, where like I mean Final Fantasy VII accessories don't do much, but Materia, right, like will like kind of like totally change the way your character works. In this game, I feel like there's not much to that level. Like, to the most part... Oh yeah, I finally remembered something. For the most part, it's more like you're remembering some... or what am I saying? For the most part, it's like, oh, it gives you a 10% bonus to stuff that you're already doing. Or stuff like that. But there are a few that actually... Oh, yay, I can finally do stuff. Yeah, I forgot about that. There are a few that actually make pretty substantial changes to how you play. Like, there's one that it's basically like Berserk mode. Like, just like the Berserk accessory in Final Fantasy or something, where like you can't control your character, but they attack for a lot of damage. There's one that just makes you like permanently have 100 AP, so like you never have to worry about AP. There's one that like doubles all your attacks. But yeah, like for the most part, the accessories in this game like don't have a huge influence on how you play. Okay, let's do an art without spiriting. I'm so excited. Like, I'm fairly sure... Oh, like, I actually like could have gotten this art forever ago and I just never did, because I think every time I was going to do it, my other people killed this stuff faster than Gala got into this. Oh yeah, I might need some healing soon, and I've only got one cast of this spell left. Ouch. Yeah, if it comes from behind, like you generally don't get the block. And that attack, it's easy to block, so it often does nothing because you block a lot of it. But in a situation like that, where you can't get the block off, it can be bad. I feel like I'm still at least 2 levels away from having good level ups, or good having 6 slots there. At least 2, maybe 3. Oh yeah. If he was still at like 140, I wouldn't have worried about healing, but now you're below 100, you need to heal after this battle. And you blocked 1 hit? Hey, finally! And I'm just going to keep this ivory book on you so you can get the feeder spell when we get in Biron. Because I don't really care about Noah having a lot of spells. Like, she's not going to use spells much anyway. I like her to have healing spells because she's fast. So like, I think this is something I talked about the first session of playing this, that like, she's not a great spellcaster, so if she casts a healing spell, like it's not going to do a lot. But wait. Yeah, I rearranged them. But sometimes you're not worried about getting like the maximum amount of healing off that you can. Sometimes you just like urgently need a heal before your person gets killed. So sometimes you need Noah to be the one to cast the healing spell before something attacks you and kills you. Okay, these should be fairly easy. Because you can take a frog out on your own. That might not take the frog out, but Gala will definitely take it out. Let's see what... I feel like this is a thing. Yeah, it won't be dead from that. I feel like they have like high 100s, like somewhere between 150 and 200. Oh, and now we have someone else who will soon be in need of healing. And Vaughn is out of MP. Of course, Noah can heal too. Like, it's probably a good idea to use her for healing from time to time, so that she can level up her healing spell. So that in those rare instances I was mentioning where you really need her to be the healer, like she can actually do something useful. Wait, definitely one more spell I'm going to be getting for one more one more level, I'm going to be getting 4. Wait, no, that's not a thing. Oh, I was about to heal, or about to save. Now I have to fight. This should be an easy fight. Then we can save, then we can go in. And maybe Noah can even do some whatchamacallit? Some cast spell, a healing spell. Get rid of these Libyans first, before they start stunning our people. Come on. Paralyzed. At least he wasn't going to do anything big, but like, he was going to kill that Libyan. Because Noah didn't quite kill it, he would have been able to do it, and now... If you could have hit Gala, you would have unstunned him, but... You're not willing to throw us a bone, are you? I've used that one so much. Let's use a different one. Okay, you... I don't think this is gonna kill it. No. I remember these things have over 170. Probably only slightly over. Oh yeah. Now you unstun him. Now that it's too late for him to get an attack anyway, because Noah's gonna kill the thing next round. You know what? Maybe she should just cast a spell. I mean, she could kill it and cast a... Actually, it's probably better for her to kill it and cast a spell, so that the thing won't continue doing damage to us. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I mean, yeah, the only benefit of like having her cast a spell and Gala kill it is that Vaughn could get a spirit in and get some AP, but... fine. Get AP later. I don't know. Actually, maybe it would have been better to do it the way I just said, because like next battle, Vaughn's going to need AP anyway, and he's going to be wasting a turn spiriting when there's like 3 enemies attacking us. If I had done it now, he would be wasting a turn spiriting, but he would be doing it when there's only 1 enemy to attack us anyway. So like, maybe it would have been better to let a turn of damage come off in this battle, where I forgot to save. Whoops. It would have been better to let a turn of damage come out in this battle, as opposed to the next battle. Well, anyway, I learned my lesson. Oh, yeah, I forgot now. I'm like without him again. Oh, and I forgot to equip the receiver egg on him. Whatever. I'll probably only have 1 or 2 battles without him, and then he'll rejoin me. Oh, that dude. I think he's in the kitchen, if I remember correctly. I think I actually could go out here, but there's kind of no point going here. Yeah. Oh yeah, we need to find Gala. Yeah. Okay. I got it. And maybe we can get that theater spell. Speak of the devil. Hey, there you are. Y'all are level 2 now, huh? Let's just spirit. Because I think there's no chance I'm going to kill either of them on this round. So, Spirit now so we can take out one of them next round and not take too much damage now. Okay. I think, Vaughn, your level increased, right? You might be able to... No, still not. And anyway, that thing is floating, so... I remember when I was in Drake Castle, I was having a long think about this, whether it's better to use a weaker combo that doesn't have any lows in it, or whether it's better to use a stronger combo with one low that's going to miss. So let's compare. Let's do some comparison. 175, and then let's see what we get with the other one. I feel like this should kill it, but it's level 2, so who knows. Yeah, okay. Oh, she actually still needs to absorb that magic. Ouchie. Now, is this going to make me less likely to be able to absorb magic? Because like I said, I kind of don't remember if the modifier comes from casting a spell on that Siru or just like casting any spell at all. We're going to see. Yeah, traditionally, whenever I fight the Rikuroas, like the two... Oh, I'm going to hurt her too. Ouch. The two powerful Siru I mentioned that I'm going to fight at the end of the next... I kind of don't remember. I did like 170 in the last attack. I totally don't remember. Let's compare. Hey, good that you blocked and spirited. So yeah, the other one was 170. Yeah, this is more. Oh, nice. Good job. I feel like this is the same conclusion that I got when I was fighting the Drake ghosts, that like it was better to do the weaker combo that doesn't have a missing low hit in it, rather than the stronger combo with a low hit that's going to miss. Yeah, so what was I saying? So remember I mentioned that like in the next dungeon, next forest, I'm going to fight some... I'm going to fight... What the hell happened? I feel like... let me put the Rasiru egg. That will like, yeah, defense against lightning. I mean, I'll put it on Gala later, but whatever. So I mentioned in that place, I'm going to fight two Siru that have like very good magic. And I usually like to try to, like if I can, it's great to try to get their magic from them. Although like, I'm not going to grind out, like try to grind it out in this. If I don't get it, I don't get it. But like what I normally do when I play that battle is like I don't cast any healing spells, I just use healing items. Because I wanna like maximize my chance of getting them. Even though like I think that casting the healing spell doesn't actually hurt your chances. But I'm superstitious. I want to be careful. Ooh. Yay. Okay. Attack each one and then I'll really have to block everything? Anyway, I'll let Noah kill each of these and try to absorb it. Because I'm pretty sure her normal attack now will kill either one. So that means I just have to waste a turn with Bond Spiriting instead of attacking. It's fine. Wow. You guys do a lot more damage than your level 1 cousins did. Good job! Sometimes I'm just lazy. Like, it's not just laziness, it's also saving my AP for later. Because if I'm at a point where I know I can kill it without a special art, then just do that. Noah level up. But like I said, there's no like big thing we're gonna get from that. Just the typical benefits of level up, right? More HP, more speed, more attack power. Oh, remember when you said we were going to have a big, long talk? And now we can't. You're possessed by Siru. Oh, this is also like the only time in the game you can get into this women's room. Is there? I don't think there's any item in here, but I better check carefully because if there is, it's missable. Oh, yay, there was something. Oh, I'm glad I didn't miss that. Okay. I feel like it's her privacy, but anyway, whatever. Please forgive. Aye. Okay, now Noah, let's see, she absorbed Gimar, now she needs to go for Thunder. I'm gonna use the exact same strategy we did last time. Oh jeez. Oh, thank God I put the receiver egg on her. Like, oh wow. Yeah, this is not going well for you, Noah. I mean, realistically, if like one or both of them, I think if one of them hits her with a Thunder Break, or Thunder whatever it's called, it won't kill her. But if they both do, or it's like one Thunder Break and one regular attack, she could be dead. Oh, but good, yeah. Take one out first, then we'll be safe. Okay, didn't absorb, but that's fine. Get the next one. Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. Still won't kill her. Well, a Thunder Break might kill her if it moves before she does. Yay! Okay, I think now I've got all the spells. Well, in the forest we'll have Gizem to absorb and Rikuroa. But we'll deal with all that stuff after we get in here and get a rest. So I get in there before I get attacked. Okay. I think I will, yeah, I think I can get free heals in here. I feel like I actually don't need to use this virtual memory card because I'm using an emulator. It just has save states, but whatever. You get the feeling, yes, but I think he needs to be here. Okay, so this is totally useless until I get Gala back. Yeah. You kind of like, you get the feel of the game when you have to like wait for a save point. Oh, must be Juggernaut, the thing you heard, the same thing that broke down our wall. Yay, free heals. Let's see if there's anything useful. Sometimes they sell accessories that are quite useful. Yeah, like actually, these are like, usually I try not to buy shit, but I feel like actually, since I'm trying to do like no grinding, these are gonna be really helpful in the boss fight coming, not in the forest, but later. Let me at least get one. I can always buy another one later. Because I'm pretty sure I'll find one outside too. And I might not need to put them on all 3 people. Like putting them on 2, I think it's enough. Yeah, so I think I need to like make more use of things to help me. Like last time I played, I made a commitment to not buy anything from shops. Like I just tried to get by just with what I could find in the world. But I don't think it's gonna work now if I'm like pretty low level. Now I need to find Gala. I don't think I'll find him here. I think I'll find him when I try to leave. Anyway, I'll take a quick look-see. And I'll claim that it's not grinding. You know what? Let me make sure I at least take out one, so I don't take as much damage next turn. Ouch. What I really need to do is get Gala back and then go back to Kin or whatever that guy's name is and learn an art. Come on. Faster to bond to. I don't think we'll kill it. Blocked a lot of it. Yeah, wow. Well, at least she'll be able to kill it now. It's got to be close to dead. Yeah. Oh, I feel like eventually I should buy armor for people. Because like they'll be taking much less damage than what they are now if they have good armor on. And if I recall correctly, like you never get from time to time you pick up new weapons out in the world. Mostly this like early point in the game. Like I'm pretty sure once we get to the next continent, like from then on, we will almost never find weapons out in the world again until like the final dungeon where you get everyone's ultimate weapons. But yeah, so like at least early in the game, you can sometimes get by like just by using the weapons you find, which is what I've been doing. But that will not be the case for armor. Like, as far as I can remember, you almost never find armor out in the world. Except, like, again, like I said, in the final dungeon is where you get everyone's ultimate weapons and armor. If I recall correctly. But, like, outside of that dungeon, I want to say you never find armor and boots and whatever for people. Or maybe you find them, but rarely. But either way, like, you can't rely on it. And it will get to a point where, like, things are pretty much one-shotting me if I don't have good armor on. So I think I might eventually need to spend money on that. I think last time I played, because like I mentioned last time I played, I didn't make a total no grinding commitment, right? I made a commitment to no XP grinding, but I was still magic grinding, so I was leveling up somewhat. and I made a commitment to try not to buy items, and I was able to get up to about like the end of the second, I think the beginning of the third continent was where I like finally broke down and bought like new weapons and armor. And it did make a big difference. So like, yeah, I mean, like, you don't need to like buy the newest armor at every new town because it's going to be very incremental increases. Like you saw when I bumped Noah up from the survival glove to the Noah feral, it was only like 3 points more of attack rating. But like if you haven't bought a new armor since now, and then like 20 hours later in the game, the armor you get then will be substantially better, and it really made a difference. So like, I suspect that since I'm going to be under-leveled for this whole game, I might need to like make more effort to buy weapons and armor. But of course, I'm also going to have less money for this whole game because I'm not going to be grinding as much. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. It's going to be hard, but at least I didn't die at all today. Yesterday, I think I died 3 times, twice with Vaughn alone and once against Karubin. But this time, yeah, I didn't die. So yeah, I was hoping I could go up to the next forest today and fight those Viguros, like mainly because I wanted them to be the thumbnail of the video I uploaded this. But it's taken a long time, and I need to go play badminton soon. So we're going to take a break here, and next time we'll deal with West Voz Forest and the Viguros, and probably the Mist Generator, but we will see. So, okay, till next time.